Hi, my name is Olivia. I've landed just in time to catch another segment of Daily AI Prompts for Job Seekers with William Craig III. Today, Mr. Craig will be demonstrating another powerful prompt to help us use AI effectively in our job search. I can't wait to see what he's going to share with us. And the best part is, I can watch the replay on his LinkedIn profile or his YouTube channel at Get Up and Get a Job. Okay, fasten your seatbelts. Mr. Craig is about to take off.
Oh my, thank you so much, Olivia. And welcome back to those of you who have been following the series either in person or by watching the replays. Excuse me, and a warm welcome if this is your first time joining. This is Daily AI Prompts for Job Seekers. I'm William Craig III, an AI business and career strategist. Now, today's segment is about the coffee chat formula smart candidates use to move their careers forward. Oh my. If you're new to the series, I've got a clear mission here to help you move beyond overwhelm and into action. The fact is, people who randomly put out resources with hundreds of AI prompts are well-meaning, but sometimes too many prompts can actually be paralyzing. So Daily AI Prompts for Job Seekers is focused on giving you just one powerful, practical prompt each and every day. And no matter how long you've been unemployed, underemployed, or maybe you're just unhappily employed, my goal is to help you run your job search like a well-organized job campaign. Yes, one with clarity, confidence, and strategy using AI as your job campaign manager. How's that sound? Look, if you've missed any of the segments, feel free to visit my LinkedIn profile, and there you can watch the replays. Or better still, subscribe to my YouTube channel. It's called Get Up and Get a Job. Yes, just go to YouTube, type Get Up and Get a Job, click the subscribe bell, and you'll be notified every time I go live or share a video that I believe would be of help to you. So let's get our party started here. And let's see here. Got a couple of comments in the comments section. John Werner says, good afternoon, William and everyone. Happy Thursday. Looking forward to today's segment on networking, coffee chat, strategy. So glad you're here, John. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. And let's see here. Who else do we have in the house that's posting? Dawn Lewis. Hey, Dawn. Dawn says, good afternoon, everyone. Happy Thursday. Happy Thursday to you too, Dawn, and thank you for spending time with us. So, and for those of you who are joining by way of LinkedIn, Facebook, YouTube, appreciate you being here. Appreciate the fact that you're watching my videos. And please, 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 on YouTube, if you would, go in there and click that, what is that, thumbs up. That helps move that information out to other people. All righty, so let's take a look at our prompt for today. And our prompt says this: create a 20-minute virtual coffee chat agenda that includes rapport building, 3 smart questions, and a natural way for Mary to ask for advice or referrals. So I thought it would be a good idea to follow up our session yesterday with this. Well, actually the last few days with this, so that when we get those coffee chats, informational interviews, whatever you want to call them, when you get them, you know what to say and you make the most out of them so that you can make it worth the time of the individual who's sharing their time with you. So let's take a look and see what chat says to us today. And wow, here is a 20-minute virtual coffee chat agenda Mary can confidently follow. It's structured, warm, and designed to create real momentum, not just polite conversation. Nice to talk about the kids and the fam and all those things, but we're here on business as well. All right, so here we go. 20-minute virtual coffee chat agenda. The goal here is to build rapport, learn something valuable, and leave with guidance or referrals. So here we go. We're going to start with a warm opening and rapport. The purpose is to set a relaxed tone and make the other person feel valued. Oh, wow. Let's see what that says. Thank you so much for taking the time to chat with me today. Really appreciate it. I've been looking forward to learning more about your experience. Then, like connection, comment on something specific from their LinkedIn profile, a role change, tenure, shared shared alma mater, and then industry shift. All of these things are important because people like to talk about themselves. And again, we want them to feel like we are definitely interested in them, and we should be, because here is someone that we have spent some time doing a little research on, and we've gotten to know them on paper, so to speak, but now we get to hear their story. And trust me, people like telling their story for the most part. If applicable, for example, I noticed you transitioned into ARAP leadership after working in operations. I'd love to hear what prompted that move. Tip: keep it conversational, smile, keep camera at eye level, take brief notes. So, for example, you're not going to go in there and say, I noticed you transitioned from ARAP leadership after working in operations. I'd love to hear what prompted that move. No, okay, no, no. Now, the neat thing about laptops, and depending upon how your setup is arranged, you could have 3x5 cards or a sheet of paper that's got big bullet points so you can read it. And literally, looking at yours while looking towards the camera on your laptop, if that's what you use, or maybe you've got an external camera, however your setup is arranged, you could make it seem as if you're literally just talking to them. I noticed that you moved or transitioned into ARAP leadership after working in operations. Tell me a little bit more about what prompted that move. Boom, right? It's really not hard to do. Then we got our quick context. Mary should avoid a long pitch. Keep it crisp. All right, so that's you and Mary. All righty. Well, I'm currently focused on ARAP opportunities where I can leverage my experience in high volume cash application, reconciliations, and improving process efficiency. I've also been sharpening my Excel and AI skills to stay current with modern accounting workflows. So this frames her as forward thinking, relevant. So again, the quick context, because they're going to ask you about you. It's kind of like the tell me about yourself in an interview. And you should really treat these informational interviews as just that, interviews. We call them, some people call them coffee chats. And so at the end of the day, though, you're being interviewed just like you're interviewing them. They're interviewing you, because if they feel like you're a pretty cool person, you've got some great skills, you're not a flake, guess what? They can help to push your job campaign forward. All right. So, 3 smart questions that spark insight. These questions show strategy and maturity, not desperation. We don't want to come across as desperate. All right, I'm gonna leave that right there. So here we go. From your perspective, what separates a strong ARAP candidate from an average one in today's market? And shut up, okay? I know a lot of people don't like when I use that word, but I don't mean harm. But really, shut up, stop talking. All right. A lot of people have the tendency they want to keep going on and on and on, but no, this is about letting them talk. You're going to ask questions, but 80% of this should be them talking. So, why this works? It gives her insider intelligence. Growth and technology question. So, how are automation and AI tools impacting ARAP workflows in your organization? It signals she's proactive and future ready. And then, if you were in my position right now, targeting ARAP roles, what would you focus on over the next 60 to 90 days? And this invites mentorship, because now they're going to give you a prescription for success. And of course, Let's go on because there's more. Natural pivot to advice and referrals. So this is where many people freeze, and here's a smooth approach. Wow, John, Jane, this has been incredibly helpful. Thank you so much for taking time with me today. Based on what we've discussed, do you think my background aligns well with the types of roles you're seeing? And is there anyone else you'd recommend that I speak with to deepen my understanding of this space? And then be quiet, let them think. If appropriate, Mary might say, if you happen to hear of any ARAP opportunities that might be a fit, I'd be grateful if you keep me in mind. No pressure, just professional positioning here. So again, you're giving them that space, thanking them based on what we've discussed. Do you think I'm a good fit? And by the way, is there anybody else that you'd recommend that I speak with? They might say, um, I don't have anything in my shop, or we're not contemplating bringing anybody on board in the near future, but certainly, I'll ask around. Or, I think uh, Joe Smo might be a great person for you to talk to, and they'll explain why. And of course, offer value back. Even as a job seeker, Mary can give something, share a useful accounting resource, mention a recent industry article, offer to introduce them to someone in her network. So, for example, hey, look, John, Jane, if I ever come across anything helpful for your team, I'd be glad to share it. As a matter of fact, there's an article that I saw. If you like, I'll get it to you, or I've got the link here. I can put it in the chat. Have that stuff ready. Okay. You already know that it would be helpful. You already have something. Maybe it's a link to a YouTube video, anything, but have it ready and say, hey, look, I'm going to put this in the chat for you. It may be of some help. Networking is reciprocity. All righty. And then I truly appreciate your time. Again, I'll follow up with a short thank you note, and be sure to stay in touch and smile. Oh my goodness, smile. Smile though your heart is aching, right? End on warmth and confidence. And what this does is, number one, for those of you who may be introverts and say, all of this is really hard, this gives you a pattern. This gives you a format. This gives you a formula that you can follow each and every time, so you don't have to think about it. And again, the idea here is that because it's something you can use over and over again, you can commit some of this stuff to memory, and that will make it a lot easier for you. But if all else fails, you tack those 3x5 cards up, right? Here's a 3x5 card. You just tack it up on the screen. Y'all can't see that, okay? And you position it so that you're still able to see the individual, but you're able to see your notes as well. And you just go from there. So now here's what you do after the call is over. Send that thank you note. Brief note, but thank you note. Reference one insight they shared. Wow, I really appreciated you sharing X with me. Really opened my mind. Express appreciation and reaffirm staying connected. Look forward to staying connected with you, staying in touch. Quick confidence reminders for Mary. Mary's not asking for a job. So no need to be nervous here. All righty. Mary is building relationships. And this is what networking looks like, folks. Effective networking, where people are not afraid of you. They're not afraid to continue to stay in touch with you. If you follow what we've done so far this week and add this to it, winning combination. It shows that Mary belongs in the room. And guess what? Professionals enjoy helping thoughtful people. And here we go, other thoughtful professionals, right? Because there's some folks that are just so, oh my gosh, their egos are in the cloud. You can't, you don't want to deal with them. But when they see that you're down to earth and that you're genuinely seeking information. This is part of your research. Most people are going to be willing to help. So here we go. Chat says, if you'd like, I can now create a ready to send LinkedIn thank you message, a follow up email template, or a coffee chat tracker that she can use to stay organized. I love it. I love it. All right, give it a thumbs up. And let me go ahead and get the prompt, the link to the prompt for you guys, and put it in the comments section. And I hope that you have found this to be helpful to you, because here's what I need you to understand. And I really do need you to understand this. This does not have to be a complex process. So often people overcomplicate things. You might be poo-pooing this and go, oh, that's so easy. Oh, it should be. It's designed to be easy, because if it's easy for you, it's going to be easy for the other person. And you need to understand that with all that's going on, all the noise, we don't need a lot more noise. What we need is clarity and calm and resolve and genuine interest. And that's what's going to help move your job campaign forward. Again, this week of work that we have done is powerful stuff. This weekend, if you've got time, sit down, go back through Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, today's Thursday, and certainly tomorrow's Friday, we'll be doing inspiration. You may need a little of that. But definitely spend some time, watch the videos, stop them, go through the motions. And one of the other things, let me just say this, because I don't think I've said this out loud. Practice out loud. Practice talking out loud. As you're practicing your spiels, practice out loud. In fact, grab your phones. Most of you should have a phone that has some sort of recording device in it, or recording app in it. Put it down, have your stuff in front of you, click record, and go for it. Then stop it, play it back, and listen for what you hear yourself saying. And if you've got video, even better, what you see yourself doing. I do these mock interviews when we had in-person training, and it was a woman who would tap, and she didn't realize she tapped. There was another person who did something with her feet, and she didn't realize. There's another lady who she talked, and she had a pen in her hand like Senator Bob Dole. He was the character when I worked as a page, but nonetheless, but she would click her pen, and she didn't even realize she was clicking her pen the whole time she was talking. When she would make a point, she would click her pen. And so there are things that you do, there are things that you say. Oftentimes people don't realize how many times they say or ah, or use filler words. And that's what recording yourself will do. And that's, again, another reason for you to practice into a recorder of some sort, but definitely talk out loud, because it helps to cement what you're saying. It also helps to build your confidence. All righty, let's see. Looks like something popped up in the chat, not the chat, the comment section. John says, during those chats, it's really important to pause so the other person can respond. Insights emerge when people are given time and space. Yeah, so thank you, John, for that. Again, that's, I said, shut up, I just be quiet, but really don't be in such a hurry. I know we've asked for 15 minutes, and sure, you want to be the timekeeper in the room, but guess what? If they want to move the conversation on and go a little farther along in time, you might say, hey, John, hey, Jane, I noticed we're coming up on 15 minutes. Are you good? And just be respectful, show that respectfulness for their time. And, oh, yeah, I'm good. If you're good, I'm good. And you go with the flow. But yes, allow them to talk. This is not really the time so much to share your star stories, okay? If they ask questions, then by all means. But again, this is the opportunity for you to let them be the star of the show. So thanks for saying that, John. TJ, hey, TJ Richardson. Hi, everyone. Thank you, William. I like the coffee chat tracker idea. Okay, it's yours. All righty, it's yours. And then John also says, very helpful. Thank you, William. This brings much clarity to the networking process and highlights the importance of having a plan. And that's what daily AI prompts for job seekers is all about. Taking you one prompt at a time and building that strategy, creating that plan, giving you something that you can act on. All righty? Because in this whole job search, job campaign thing, one can become overwhelmed. And again, we want to move from overwhelm into action. So thanks so much for affirming that. All righty, that's all I got for you today. I'm feeling better, getting there. Well, getting there. Not in full voice yet, but getting there. So thank you again for your prayers and for your well wishes. Remember, we got Get Up and Get a Job. That's the YouTube channel. Also, the QR code. If you're using a mobile device and you use the QR code, just know where the downloads go because it's going to create a download. Want to avoid that? You can either use the link right here, and it's actually just use Free AI University waitlist.manus.space, and that's what's been scrolling across in the ticker. So definitely, please sign up for Free AI University. The idea here is that you need to learn how to use AI to generate income, yes, to make some money, some moolah, some dinero, some cheese, some bag, whatever you call it. Okay, use AI to make some money, to get some income coming in. It's really simple. I'm going to be doing a live session on that here really soon. So stay tuned for that. All right, I'm out. Listen, you all have a wonderful rest of your day. Whatever you do between now and 12 noon Eastern tomorrow, stay safe. And remember these three things. God loves you. I love you. Nothing you can do about it. Bye.
Wow, that was fantastic. I haven't been this excited to learn about something since I left basketball. Anyway, Mr. Craig did another great job of sharing an AI prompt that anyone can use in their job search. Be sure to join him every day, Monday through Friday at noon Eastern, on his LinkedIn profile or his YouTube channel called Get Up and Get a Job. You can watch the replays there as well. And while you're at it, share this information with someone you know who wants or needs a new job. I've got to run. My team needs me. But keep up the great work, Mr. Craig. You're providing a great service for the community. I'm going to tell all of my players about daily AI prompts for job seekers with William Craig III.